Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Alliance War season. This time around we have moved up to a P2 Alliance and we are trying to go for a P1. So this is my first war in a higher tier and I was really nervous. So I was assigned a Plat 3 because I have a lot of champions that are immune to shock and generally some good champions for Plat 3. So the first fight was against Kingpin. Now I have a rank 4 APOC who works perfectly well here because of he renders the opponents immune to Purify, and the nodes are going to be Ionized Armor, Power Focus 2 and Hurt Locker with Mystic Ward. Now I did forget that there's a Hurt Locker here and I threw 2 SP1s just because I think I was nervous. The jitters were there at the start of the season. So yeah, the only thing I need to take care about here was not to push him to an SP2. His SP2 can be very annoying to deal with, but I wasn't really worried about him shrugging off the debuffs because of APOC. So yeah, pretty simple and straightforward fight here. The only reason I lose my health is because I throw 2 SP1s, and because of Hurt Locker I get that delayed blast on me and I couldn't get an opening to throw a heavy attack in there. I generally boost a lot and 20% for health and attack, and also 20% for health. The warp boost so they stay for more than 6 hours, and then an invulnerability boost as well, just to make sure that I don't mess up the fight. So yeah guys, that was a quick takedown of Kingpin. The war was against L-SPT, a pretty good team. We did lose out to them, but the biggest difference I found between a lower tier and a higher tier was the bump up in health, and if you make one mistake you're a goner. So you have to play really carefully, make sure that you boost well, and it's always important to heal up totally. And the most important thing is communication. Right here I was just talking back and forth with my BG planner and my leader, shout out to Azari V, but I didn't read the whole conversation and I thought I should go in with Magneto, and that was a mistake. I did die here, and for obvious reasons, because this is not a good matchup, and I die here, and then the poor guy, my BG leader and also Alliance leader had to come up and do this fight with Immortal Abomination, and especially with 4 charges it was a very difficult fight, but he saved the day and he was able to bring APOC down even with the 4 charges. So this is where I got to learn that I need to really sit down, discuss the whole plan. The amount of planning these guys do, like for somebody who wasn't playing organized wars, it's amazing. Before you jump in a war there will be a complete plan, like what champions to use. There will be a back and forth, there will be videos shared, there will be tips given by people who have already done those fights, so you're fully well prepared for the fight. I mean, for some people it will be a lot of pressure, but I really enjoy the planning part of it. So yeah, it was it's a really fun experience. Still the first war, we'll see like how the season goes, and the empty box on the right side, that is going to be like the season summary for me. Eventually, once you go into 1 or 2 wars, I'll be writing down what has been the death and the kill stat for the season, so that will go down there, so keep a lookout for that. So yeah, I think I'm almost about to die here. At this point I've given up. I'm like, you know what, that was a really bad matchup, and after this I go to line to chat with my BG leader, and I saw all the other chats from him later where he's saying no, don't go with Magneto. So lesson learned, have to communicate better. Let's move on to the next fight. The next fight was against a Venom with enhanced armor up, enhanced bleeds and chitinous taunts and cutting wires. So cutting wires, you cannot use a robot, otherwise you get a degen on yourself instead of bleeds. And with chitinous taunts, as long as the defender has armor ups, you can get a bleed by attacking the opponent. So my choice was Black Widow Clairvoyant for 2 reasons. First, she can easily nullify all the buffs, armor ups or whatever, and with the buff immunity she works amazing with that. And also she has bleed, you can just keep her to bleed the immunity, and you should not worry about the Chitinous Storm. So usually Black Widow Clairvoyant is a very popular attacker on this node. And then on the last fight on the path, we had MODOK with the best defense, so his auto block abilities will trigger more explosive personality. So if he has 5 armor ups, every time I hit him in his block, he will get an armor up, and on the 5th one, it will detonate and give me damage. So if you combine it together with the best defense, it becomes a very annoying node, especially with somebody like MODOK, and also heavy-handed, so his heavy attacks will do more damage. So pretty simple Magneto fight. Build up your charges, and with 40 prowesses, then throw an SP3. I just simply tried to block all of the SP ones, no need to evade, and it was an easy takedown with Magneto. And for the mini boss, I was assigned Node 48 with Annihilus with Feat of Vigilance. So whenever you will gain a bar of power, you will give Vigilance to the opponent, and there's power efficiency. So his special attacks will cost 50% less power, and also missing in action. So this is a Mystic Trap. So do not. The whole idea was not to use a Mystic champion here, and also there is return policy. So Magneto worked really well here. All I need to do was to play a little patient and slowly build up. Keep an eye out for the specials, and invulnerability boost was there as well. And also you will notice every now and then I will just backdraft Shallow Intercept to get some of my power up. So yeah, that was the plan of it. Just simply playing slow, build up to an SP3 and throw it out, and to take him out. This fight could have been faster if I used an SP1 boost, because Magneto generally does really well against Annihilus. He can stick a lot of parries as well, and also the Unstoppable don't trigger much because of Magnetize, with Annihilus being a metal attacker. So yeah guys, that was it. That was my war, the first one. Quite some jitters, but I think I did alright. If we didn't have that miscommunication, it could have been a deathless war, but hey, it happens, and really enjoying this step up in war. So big shout out to BG Planner. Azari V is also the alliance leader. Thanks for planning everything, and I'll see you guys on the next war video. Bye.